Oh man. Oh. What time is it? Well, if my asshole phone is to be believed, then I guess it's about time I make another video. Splish! Now if I only knew what I wanted to play. Ah yes, Tomb Raider. The 2013 reboot of, / prequel to, one of the PS1's most well-known franchises. Even just looking at the box art, you can tell this game got a lot of love. It was even nominated for Game of the Year last year, which I'm not too sure I agree with. I mean, the game was pretty good, but I don't remember it being that good. I'm gonna play through this one again. Maybe there's something in it, something about it that other people saw that I just didn't. So, console's over there. I gotta go over here to put it in. Man, did I pick a doozy for the first entry on this series. Believe it or not, I've been trying to make a video on this game for about a year now. Yeah, I've been trying to make this video for longer than I've actually had this channel. And it's not even so much about just trying to make the video, it's more that I've been trying to lock down my own opinion on the game. I don't remember if I've ever had a game be this self-polarizing before. Typically, my opinion of a game takes shape after I've played through it once, or in some cases, just a few hours. But I've played through Tomb Raider twice now, and I still don't know exactly where I stand on it. You are tearing me apart! Tomb Raider? Let me bring you guys inside my brain for a minute. Just kind of show you what's going on. This side's all like, you know, these controls are solid, and this combat's pretty satisfying, don't you agree? And the other side's like, no, man, no. They're okay, but they're nothing special. And are you just gonna forget about the boring side characters? What about that over-the-top voice acting?
I'm the captain here. It's my decision. We're going into the Dragon's Triangle.
What about the tombs in a game called Tomb Raider being nothing but simple puzzles? Oh, and side note here, they're also completely optional. Okay, brain, stop it. I don't want to have to split you two up again. I've got to get this situation taken care of so I can move on. Okay, let's start with something simple. I will do my best to refrain from mentioning Uncharted in any way, shape, or form. We now return you to your regularly scheduled video. Graphics? Seems simple enough. And really, this game looks pretty dang good. The character models are all well done, and they each have their own unique look. Well, except for the enemies. But that's okay, we don't need to humanize them, they're just cannon fodder. The weather effects actually give off the feel of the rain and the cold, though apparently it affects everyone but Lara. Hey, Lara, you see all this snow? You feel all that wind? Yeah, it's probably pretty cold out there, you might want to put on a coat. The island itself is both beautiful and intimidating. It really helps set the scene for what actually is a pretty brutal game. Overall, yeah. Good job, guys. Thumbs up. Oh, that didn't solve it. But it's a good start. So, what should we do next? How about gameplay? The gameplay behaves itself fairly well. Movement, climbing around, and gunplay all feel like they should. This is actually one of the game's strengths, but also one of its weaknesses. It doesn't do or even really try anything new. It's the same old weapon selection, it's the same old XP system, it's the same old enemy types. We've all played this game before and nope, I said I wasn't going to mention that. Get it out of here. And even though that doesn't make the gameplay boring, it certainly isn't going to raise any eyebrows. Okay, well, we're getting closer. What's next? How about story and characters? To summarize the story quickly, it goes something like this. Lara's on an adventure to find some lost city or treasure or something. But she's not doing it alone, she's got a whole crew of people with her. Including friend, / filmmaker / person whose ancestors lived on the island / kidnappee, overly dramatic father figure, archaeologist guy who's both way in over his head and kind of a douche.
Good Lord, cut! Cut!
Crotchety old ship captain. This guy. Lady with a gun. Seen here shacking up with father figure for no apparent reason. And nerd. You can tell that because he has a keyboard thing on his shirt. So they're all going to this island, but things go wrong. And now this guy, who is 100% the bad guy from the moment you hear him talk.
My manners. I'm sorry, I'm Matthias. A teacher by trade.
Is gonna burn your friend because that's the only way that he and his friends can leave the island, and it's up to you. And if you can't tell already, this is where Tomb Raider fell apart for me. I never found the story to be deeply engaging. I wasn't invested in what was being presented to me. I simply sat there, passively accepting what was going on. Even when the plot has its big twist, spoiler by the way, where the members of a forgotten civilization are still alive, all I could think of was how I've seen that before in Uncharted 2. Damn it. Now, don't get me wrong here. I'm a sucker for games with good stories, but to me this just isn't a good story. It's good enough to drive the game along, sure, but it's not one that I'm gonna pester my friends and family to go out of their way to see. So, where are we at now? We've established that A, on a technical level, Tomb Raider's pretty impressive, if just a little bit done before. And B, the story and character.
Aren't you gonna talk about the multiplayer? I mean, come on!
I actually didn't spend any time with the multiplayer, so I can't say for sure whether it's good or bad. Besides, the multiplayer doesn't look like it's anything special. To me, it looks like something that was just tacked on so they could put the bullet point on the back of the box. Anyway, so, final opinion, here we go. Tomb Raider, it was a weird one for me. I mean, it's good, it's fun. If it wasn't, I wouldn't have played through it multiple times. The action and the exploration bits are really the highlights of it, and there are some really cool set pieces too. However, the story just isn't strong enough to make me really care about the parts between them. Should you play Tomb Raider? Absolutely. Should it have been up for several Game of the Year awards? That's a matter of personal opinion, but to me, no, it shouldn't have. Especially when you consider the other amazing games that were released last year. So go grab yourself a copy if you haven't already and have some fun.
Hold on to something!
Laura, there's some weird shit going on here.
And it is good to finally be done with that. It's starting to feel like a whole new world's gonna open up now. I can move on to a different game. I can talk about anything that I want to. Hey everyone, just want to say thanks for checking out my latest video. I know there was a pretty big gap between videos on this channel, and believe me, I'm going to do what I can to make sure that doesn't happen again. I want to give a big thanks to my buddy Peridactyl for making that quick little cameo in the video there. If you haven't watched his stuff yet, then you need to go do it. You can click right here, take you right to it. And then you can click over here, just really anywhere. It's kind of a big space. It'll take you right over to my channel where you can watch any of the other handful of videos that I've done. And you can click that like and subscribe button too if you wanna. I mean, that's what all the cool kids are doing.